And well, the weather was great for family weekend. Will it last, or will the fall make its appearance? Katie Benoit has our weather report.
Thanks, Bree. It seems the fall weather is finally starting to take effect and temperatures are dropping. Tomorrow the high will be 70 with chance of showers in the morning. Saturday will be 71, making it a nice day to watch some Springfield football. Sunday and Monday's high are both 68. Tuesday's high will be a beautiful 70, while Wednesday could bring some showers with a high of 69. Next Thursday, there's a 60% chance of rain and a high of 65. Back to you, Bree.
Thank you for that, Katie. I had the pleasure of working with the men's soccer team this past week on their victorious sprint towards the new MAC tournament. Here's an inside look at their success on this week's episode of Inside the Pride. Welcome back to this week's episode of Inside the Pride. I'm your host, Bree Hill. On this week's episode, we highlight the Springfield College men's soccer team, which is off to its best start in 45 years. The Pride is 10-2 on the season with 8 shutouts under its belt, the most since the 1999 season. We sat down with second-year head coach Stefan Siebert and seniors Scott Saucier and Michael Fowler to see what the key to this season's success has been.
Coach Siebert, as a head coach, preaches to us the idea of being a family and being together as a group. And that's really the main focus of our team this year. I think that's led to most of our success, is the ability to come together as a group, both on and off the field, has really allowed us to grow, not only as players, but as individuals.
I just want them to believe in our principles we have, which is hard work and it's improving. And whatever the results comes out of that, I'm okay with, as long as we improve, as long as we work hard.
Mainly, it's always just improving, never being complacent from where you are, and just always wanting to get better and learn from your failures. And that's really the main difference.
It's not really a seasonal progression. We look at progression from every day in the practices and in the games. I just want to get better every single day with the guys. And that's just the main focus.
One of the main things our team believes in is the idea of staying positive. No matter what the result is, no matter what the scoreboard says, it's all about how positive we are with each other.
We're all just pushing each other in practice too. Offensive, just going right at them. Defensive, pushing us, and complete team effort, top to bottom. Every single person's got into every game.
Every coach will be happy to have 2 players like Ryan Malone and Drew Summer to be on the team, and it's great all the stats they're putting up, but I'm 100% sure if you would ask them about how those stats actually came, they will tell you right away that if the other 22, 25, 27 players don't do the work, they won't be on the score sheets, and that's something we truly believe, that everybody has a part.
Defensive play, that's what we're based off of. If you don't allow a goal, you're not going to lose a game.
They like learning, they like being organized, and they take pride in working hard. And if you have a team like that, if you have guys who just want to get better every day, if you have guys who want to work that hard and don't try to save their run for the offensive end, that puts a really good team together.
This is the best team I've ever been a part of in terms of camaraderie and everything. Everyone's like each other's best friends.
Support we're getting from our fans here at the school, at home games, from our alums, it's just been tremendous. We have alumni from the last few years who really come to trips in Boston, they come to games here. Just this weekend, we had 5 seniors at our game from last year. It's just been unbelievable to see that they come back and they're proud of the team who's playing this year.
To be an athlete at Springfield College and to play for this team specifically is something that I don't think any of us coming in even could have dreamed of. It's the way we are together on and off the field is, it's not that you leave college and you leave this organization with 3 or 4 best friends that you met at school. You have 31 guys per season for 4 seasons that you could call at any point at any time, including the coaches, and they'd do anything for you. It's something really special, and it's something that I think everybody dreams of finding at college. I know that when kids go on recruiting trips, they're all promised this family aspect and this idea of belief, but that's something that we take pride in practicing. We like to say that we're a family and also show on and off the field just how much we mean to each other. I think that shows when you see a senior subbing out for a freshman and giving him a high five and smiling at him. And it just shows that these guys are good friends and they're good teammates, and that's not going to stop once these 4 years are over.
It's a busy Saturday on campus with football, women's volleyball, women's tennis, field hockey, and men's soccer, all home. Be sure to come out and show your support. Thanks for watching. I'm Bree Hill. Roll Pride. The men's soccer team will compete next Saturday on its 4th NEWMAC conference game against WPI. The game is home here at Springfield and starts at 1. Be sure to stop by and catch some of the entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, Kyle Pegolo will have the latest for you. Let's check it out.
Thank you, Bree. These are this week's top entertainment stories. Just after a week of starting a rapper-comedian beef, Jimmy Kimmel and Kanye West squashed their feud last night on Kimmel's late night show. West was invited onto the show to clear the air with Kimmel after going on a Twitter tirade last week when Kimmel made a skit that spoofed an interview that West called, quote, the first piece of true media in years. Earlier this week, it was reported that Bruce and Kris Jenner were filing for divorce, ending a 22-year marriage. While this has been an ongoing story for most of the week, it appears to Bruce Jenner that it is a fabrication. When asked about the situation, Jenner stated that nobody was filing for divorce and that he and Kris are both happy with the lives they are currently living. Lady Gaga released a track list for her highly anticipated album Art Pop last night via Twitter. The upcoming album will contain 15 tracks, including the single Applause, which reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 list, along with collaborations from R. Kelly, T.I., Twista, and Too Short. Art Pop is now available for pre-order on iTunes and will be out November 11th. San Francisco 49ers linebacker Aldon Smith is back in recent headlines after being charged with 3 felony counts of illegal possession of an assault weapon. 2 weeks ago, Smith was charged with a DUI 2 days before the 49ers hosted the Indianapolis Colts, which resulted in a 49er loss. The 3-year linebacker has had trouble with the law many times before in just his short NFL career. Smith broke a franchise record for the former NFC champions last year with a 19.5 sacks on the season, but now will be out indefinitely, and there is no guarantee he will be playing again this season. The New York Yankees and manager Joe Girardi have agreed in principles to a 4-year contract extension, according to ESPN. The new $16 million deal will make Girardi the second highest paid manager in the MLB and will also make him one of the longest tenured coaches in the Yankees franchise, keeping him around until 2017. Girardi's career with the Yankees has been mostly a successful one, as he won a World Series with the team back in 2009, his second season with the team, but missed the playoffs twice, including this year, with an 85-77 record, finishing 3rd in the AL East. Lastly, Tampa Bay Rays pitcher David Price is expecting to be traded from the ball club once this season is over. After being eliminated 3-1 by the Red Sox this week, Price believes that he will be traded due to some of the big moves the team has made in the past. Carl Crawford and James Shields have been some big names that the Rays have moved in recent years, and Price feels that will likely happen to him as he looks to see his salary jump from $10 million to $13 million next year. To close things out, we have a film review tonight. The William Fine Arts Series and Professor Carl Mitchell hosted a Better Life, a film event this past Monday. Many students and faculty turned out for the film, which received high remarks. Candace Tibbetts has more on the story.
A Better Life captured the attention and hearts of many students and faculty this past Monday night at Fuller Arts Center. The film event was hosted by Carol Mitchell, the 2013-2014 Distinguished Springfield Professor of Humanics and Film Professor at Springfield College, co-sponsored by the William Simpson Fine Arts Series. I had a chance to meet with Professor Mitchell to learn more about the film and why it was chosen for this year's film event.
We're going to see the film A Better Life. It is a very moving, poignant film that has to do with an undocumented worker in LA and his life with his son. And he and his son have not had a very strong relationship, but as the film goes on, Their relationship grows. There are also lots of problems and obstacles they face, but the acting is terrific and will take up issues of immigration and undocumented workers, and also issues of themes such as love and loyalty. So I think it will be a very fascinating evening, and I'm proud to present this event to Springfield College.
From the director of About a Boy, the film portrays the life of an illegal immigrant living in America in the pursuit of the American dream. It illustrates the hardships that immigrants face, which include finding work, supporting their families, and the ever-present fear of being deported. The film also takes on intense issues, such as the gang violence in LA, where the movie takes place. Overall, the film was accepted positively by the audience.
I thought the film A Better Life was pretty fantastic. It was very well acted, really changed your perspective on the entire immigration discussion, and I learned a lot from it.
After the film, a panel which was moderated by Professor Mitchell and made up of Gary Bertay, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice at Springfield College, Daniel Russell, a Professor of Social Justice at Springfield College, and Daniel Patrick Morrissey, a local immigration lawyer, gave their opinions on the film and allowed the audience to ask their own questions. The film allowed students and faculty at Springfield College to spend a night in the shoes of an illegal immigrant in America. Stay tuned for more events sponsored by the William Simpson Fine Arts Series. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm Candace Tibbetts.
Well, everyone knows the white van with the green flashing lights, or what is better known as the Pride Ride. It is a service that allows for the safe transportation of students during the week, and especially on the weekends. Our very own Nick Lovett chronicles his night in the Pride Ride. Check it out.
Every Friday and Saturday night, students at Springfield College get all dressed up to go out to parties. They do this to relieve stress, to meet new people, or to just have fun with their friends. The students usually do not like to travel from International Hall to the townhouses on foot because it's too far to walk. Many students wait for the white van with the green flashing lights to come into the parking lot to bring them to their desired location. This van is known around campus as the Pride Ride, and it serves as a safe alternative for students to get where they need to go on nights during the week, and is most noticeable on the weekends. Last Friday night, I rode around in the Pride Ride for about an hour and a half and was pleasantly surprised by how many people actually use the service. My driver, who wanted to remain anonymous, said that on Friday and Saturday nights, which are the service's busiest nights, the Pride Ride can taxi upwards of 500 people. These people can be ferried anywhere on campus, and that's where the emphasis is. The desired location has to be on campus. The Pride Ride has a radius of the Living Center to the senior suites and everywhere in between, but it cannot take students off campus. The Pride Ride's main goal is to get the students to their location in the safest way possible. That is why the drivers must pass a defensive driving course given by the college in order to be a driver. The class is 4 hours in length and teaches all drivers different tactics that make them safer drivers. The students who ride in the van normally know the rules associated with the service, but for those who don't know, here are some general rules. No open containers in the Pride Ride, and if you can barely walk, the driver does have the authority to call in a sobriety check. The drivers of the Pride Ride are also in constant contact with campus security. This means that if they see something suspicious, they can call to officers to come look at it. This communication was set in place to add an extra level of security for the students. Both campus security and the drivers feel this makes for a bigger presence of public safety on a campus where questions about public safety have been raised before. For SCTV3, I'm Nick Lovett.
Well, this past weekend, Springfield College professor Jody Santos premiered her new documentary. The documentary talks about Zamorano University Agriculture School in Honduras. Our very own Luke Brown has the story, and when we come back, Candace Tibbetts will have the weekly sports update for you.
This past weekend, Springfield College hosted Family and Friends of Students for Family and Friends Weekend. The Campus Board of Activities arranged many activities around campus for the family and friends, including late-night bingo for the whole family and bounce houses for the little ones. Included in that schedule was the showing of a documentary filmed by Professor Jody Santos, which has been aired on PBS for the 18th season of Visionaries. The film was about Zamorano University and was shown on Saturday at 2 p.m. in Hickory Hall, room 110. Santos filmed the documentary last year in Honduras and showed the university's professors and students as they specialize in agriculture. Springfield College 2013 grad Katie Barsovich accepted Santos's invitation in helping her in filming last September. After the viewing, both answered questions from the crowd, and they stayed even longer to answer questions from me.
Not just this one, but in all documentaries that you make, what's the most enjoyable part for you that you get out of this?
The most enjoyable part of me is definitely going on the shoot, experiencing different cultures, meeting different people. It's also definitely one of the most challenging because I have so many decisions I have to make in so fast a time. There are decisions, productions decisions which need to be made. How am I going to light an interview? What will be in the background? If I'm late for one interview, do I have to sacrifice another interview? There are also questions in terms of my crew safety, making sure everybody is safe, hydrated, and well fed. So there's a lot of thinking on my feet from the time we get up, which is sometimes before it's even light out, and going to bed when it's usually after midnight. But it's exhilarating.
How did Jody get you involved in becoming a part of this documentary?
I first got involved with the documentary when I took a class as part of my social justice minor, and in that class we produced our own 25-minute documentary. So that was my first time working on a documentary. I loved the class, and I kept in contact with Jody, and when this opportunity came up, she knew I had traveled internationally before and that I wanted to continue working in the video production aspect, and it all came together.
To view the film, go on to www.visionaries.org, click Season 18, then scroll down to the film titled Transforming Communities.
Oh, just kidding.